The lights of the studio burned bright, casting a glow across the set that made everything feel surreal. Millions of eyes were watching from living rooms, hotel bars, smartphones, and offices. The air was tense, heavy with anticipation. It wasn't just another televised debate or town hall. This was billed as a collision of two political forces who could not be more different: Donald J. Trump, the former president known for his unpredictable eruptions, and Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, a fiery voice from Texas who had gained a reputation for refusing to be intimidated. The moderators had only just introduced the night's segment when things began to spiral. Jasmine Crockett adjusted the microphone in front of her, her sharp gaze fixed on Trump, who was leaning back in his chair with his usual air of defiance. He smirked, clearly anticipating another opportunity to bulldoze his opponent with insults and bravado. But what he didn't expect was that Jasmine had come prepared, armed not just with facts, but with secrets. "Mr. Trump," Crockett began smoothly, her voice calm but laced with a certain electricity, "you've spent years projecting yourself as a self-made man, a billionaire who pulled himself up by his own brilliance. But what the American people deserve to know is the truth about how much of your so-called empire was built not on genius, but on shady deals and buried family secrets." The audience went still. Trump's smirk faltered. "What nonsense is this?" he barked, waving a dismissive hand. "Another radical left Democrat making things up. Fake news. Total garbage." But Crockett leaned forward, unfazed. "You see, the record shows your father, Fred Trump, wasn't just a successful businessman. He was also investigated for siphoning government funds through inflated construction contracts. And let's not forget the federal housing discrimination lawsuits that your family settled, where you were accused of deliberately keeping black families out of your properties." Gasps rippled across the audience. The moderators shifted uneasily, unsure whether to intervene or let the fireworks continue. Trump slammed his hand on the table. "Wrong. That's a lie. We settled nothing. We did nothing wrong. It was a political witch hunt. My father was a great man, a very great man. Everybody says so." But Jasmine pressed harder, her eyes locked on him, unflinching. "And yet, records from the Justice Department tell a very different story. The truth is, your family legacy is built on exploitation, on keeping minorities out, on cutting corners, on laundering money through shell companies that funneled cash into your businesses." The studio audience erupted, half gasps, half applause. Trump's face flushed crimson, his jaw tightening as he struggled to regain control. He pointed an accusatory finger at Crockett. "You don't know what you're talking about. You're a lightweight, a nobody. You're just trying to make a name for yourself at my expense. This is the most disgraceful." But Crockett didn't